I'm extremely concerned that people seem to trust experts less, especially when it comes to things like science or medicine. And now I wonder if it's because of the convenience of hearing something that is a simple answer. As a person in climate work, I can say that these are some of the reputable sources that I would trust. Science is a conversation. It is a discussion over many years with many, many people about a topic that is sharpening over time as people add to the discussion. That's why in scientific papers you'll see a discussion section where people will say, okay, these are the reasons why this study may have been flawed, or what I would study next in order to verify my results. There are always additional questions that come up at the end of a proper study. Any scientific discussion is not just a one-person thing. It is many, many people working and building on many other studies and other people's work. That's why you can't just go to somebody's blog and find that one guy's conclusion and assume that that was the right conclusion to make, especially if they're not citing reputable papers or reputable sources for that information. And the scientific process means that people will be wrong, and we, over time, will weed out what is wrong. That doesn't mean you should doubt every study that's out there. We have a process for that. It's the peer review process. So reputable studies have to be reviewed by other scientists and people who can verify what they found and poke and prod it before it becomes like settled science. And that's how we prevent a random dude from completely changing the course of science because of one opinion. But in the age of just Google it, I think you can find any opinion and people could put up fancy graphs and convince you of anything nowadays. Now, I understand why institutions have lost trust over time, and I hope that places like TikTok and other social medias where experts can directly talk to the public will give people more trust. But I do worry that there's a lot of pseudoscience out there that people are listening to, and some of them are getting into the highest levels of office. Actually, it's kind of ironic because I think the original idea for Google was to rank higher the pages that were referenced by other pages, similar to verifying a paper because more papers were referencing it. Because Sergey Brin's father, I think, was like a researcher, so he grew up understanding how the scientific process worked. And now, ironically, just Google it is a thing.